Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got... Decent chance! Goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to get it clear. Lorient have the chance to go the other way. Lorient have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. That is good strength. Messi. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries to play it through. Chance for a shot! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Lorient are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Lorient find a position of real strength now. Kaka.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's made its way to him, and it's Kaka. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That was a given, it always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And now he has two. It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Cruyff. Rummenigge. Can he get on the end of this? Good ball, good take. Out of play for a goal kick. Klaus. Lorient heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Rummenigge. Picked out brilliant, and the shot! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Lorient are having a ball here. Now it's Ndombele.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Rijkaard. And it's Cruyff. Knocks it into space. Goes for a shot! And the first half is done. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter.
Just a quick
They've been
announcement.
quicker
We'd
to
like
pretty
to
much
inform
everything
you
so
that
far.
CCTV
The only
is
thing
now in
you've got to
operation
wonder
for your
is
safety.
how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Lorient pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Cruyff! Loose ball, in he goes again! Solso. That has been slung wide. Ferdinand. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Rummenigge. And this is Messi. And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Tries a shot!
Lorient are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Solso. Ball played for Klaus. Just about up to the hour now. Klaus. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he spark a counter here? He's coming under serious pressure here. Kaká! Off the post! Solso.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Cruyff. Chips it through. Can he finish? He scores! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
70 minutes is number
He's
9.
got 4. That is remarkable.
Substitution for Nice. Number 10 coming on the field is number 7. Substitution for Nice. Number 25. Number 8. Morgan Sanson. Coming on the field. Number 9. Number 6.
Bergomi. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
It's out for a goal kick. Ndombele. Bar. Tries to pass it through. And he's been shifted off it. Busquets. And he's worked it through. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, shooting chance! He's put it wide.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Messi. And it's Kaka. He has found a way through. That's a good run he's making there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal.
Added minute has been indicated.
Boga. There will be 4 extra minutes. Bar. Here's Ndombele. Nice bit of trickery. And that will be the final act. Lorient really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Rummenigge, very much the hero in this game.
Information bulletin from the regional
Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And Messi! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Lionel Messi! Lionel Messi!
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Messi. Cruyff! Cruyff! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort! It's there! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball.
Almost there.
He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Looking to play him in. Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's made its way to him. Defending of the desperate variety. Lorient have the chance to go the other way. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Cruyff. Kaká knocks it into space. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Spread out to the left.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's a fine interception. That's an imaginative pass. PADY. Messi. Good running, strong and purposeful. He could be in, and the shot! Busquets. PADY. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Busquets is the team's great visionary. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Threads one in.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Leicester promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Romario. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's there to get it away. PADY. He's had a shot!
Been indicated.
There's the whistle for half-time. How was the first half compared with your expectation?
Lorient really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Lorient in control at half-time, 2-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Played through for the wide man. Kaká. And they've got a throw. Messi applies the finish! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Played out wide. Looking to go deep. Terrific header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
And it's Cruyff. And he was quick to react. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And he's managed to get free, and he whips in across. Goes looking wide. Now it's Cruyff. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Engages and forces him off the ball. Kaka. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's having a go! He's missed, but not by that far.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Kaka. And this is Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nice interception, well timed. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cruyff. Now it's Kaka, and this is Messi. And that's that. Lorient can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so
Hello,
much to
everybody,
raise
and
the mood
welcome
all
to
around
today's
us.
match.
After all, this is when, in the face of
Against
anything,
Milan.
hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
That's a little off target. Davids was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Hullet. Bastoni deals with that comfortably. And that's a throw-in. And he can clear it away. And it's Davids. First quarter of an hour gone. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither it's...
And Batistuta! Goal! Milan! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So Inzaghi! Kaká is there to clear. Bastoni. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Bergomi. Can he get onto this? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And this is Çalhanoğlu. Picks a chance, surely! They've scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the set.
It's Van Basten! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Davids has a look and plays it forward. Batistuta. Fiore. He's a sharp little ball here. That is good alertness. Davids. Oh, some tackle that. Batistuta wins the duel this time. He has found a way through.
2 added minutes has
Great
been
running on
indicated.
show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a promising position. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break, all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And here's Hullet.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Great vision. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, can he get onto this? Rafael Leao. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found the way through. Inzaghi! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that... Van Basten! Goal, Milan! Themselves in front, and he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan take the lead. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Van Basten really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And Hullet! Off the post! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution for Milan, number 13.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
22.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Now that's a lovely exchange.
Çalhanoğlu. Coming on the field, number 9.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Number 23, Barella.
Bergamo.
Substitution in progress.
Nesta. Now it's Ribery. Tries to pass it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, there's the clearance. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Osimhen. Barella. And he's on his way. Takes a shot! And he hits the net. They have stolen level at the last. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which all goes well if this goes to extra time.
Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Kaká's cross. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Costa Curta. Bergomi spots. 90 minutes up and we will be back for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Your attention to the screen for information.
So all square, we need a winner
police.
and we will be back for extra time.
Substitution.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Milan pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Barella. Oh, good spread.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Barella! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
There will be one
And
minute
now
added
he has
time.
two. Milan get themselves in. And that's it for the first half of extra
I'd
time.
like to draw your attention to the screen.
And it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Substitutions taking place.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Can he spark a counter here? Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Costa Curta. Oh, played through for the wide man. Costa Curta clears.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Two tribes going toe-to-toe.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course.
Can he finish? That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And we have our very first corner. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. And that has been knocked clear. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Højlund has it in a wide position. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to thread one through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of...
And a chance! Goal! Milan! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kaká tries to pass it through. Now he's got space here. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, terrible pass. Kaká! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan have their third corner. Climbs up big! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Aimed beyond the defence. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Nicely weighted ball. Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. Shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's run loose here. Van Basten. Now this could be a chance. The fry kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he can clear it away. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, Red, nice interception. Tries to play it through. Just the goalkeeper's a bit. Shot at goal! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Milan very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. Here we go again then. That pass isn't the best. Bergomi is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. DiMarco cuts it out, and that has put paid to that.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Batistuta. Acerbi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really...
He's had a shot! And he's straight offside. Great vision. Now that's well seen too. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack.
He's gone for goal! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any
18,
opportunity to launch that counter.
Coming on the field is number 14.
And he's intervened well there. Oh, this looks sharp. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Batistuta. Played into space. Nesta. It's Bergomi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Referee has just said play on. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And this is Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this? And he's there to belt it away. That has ended up in no man's land. Looking to play him in. Hoyland. Great chance! Now it's Hullet. Tries from a long way out. Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
This looks promising. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Hoyland. And that's that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows...
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Yeah, Javier Zanetti, he goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
Now it's Van Basten. Batistuta delivers with whip. And that has been knocked clear. Tries to play it through. Always onto this. And this is Del Piero. He is through. Big header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Del Piero. Kaka. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Serginho. Oh, perfectly measured that. Kaka. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Kaka. Nicely weighted ball. Kaka. Here's a player who has defined a generation. And this is Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Van Basten! Scorching strike! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Inter go in front. One sweep. Kaka! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Rijkaard with the clearance. Rijkaard. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that pass isn't the best. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's really nicely played.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Great defending, strong and determined. Davids. Now it's Bergkamp. And it's Bergkamp. He's going to be disappointed with that. Van Basten.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Van Basten. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. Del Piero. Zanetti. Kaka. Bullet. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Van Basten. Lovely, now then. And Batistuta! Now, oh, what has happened here? There's another goal! We've got a goal! AC Milan are all square. Van Basten duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Bergkamp! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Bergomi. Hullet is always looking to break lines. And that's a superb piece of defending. This is their second corner of the game. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. An instinctive... It's a mighty effort! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete! Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Leicester spots it and intercepts. And he's there to clear it. And here's Del Piero. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Inter really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Hullet. Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hullet. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's Van Basten.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's on his way! And Batistuta! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Substitution for Milan, number 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
It's the keeper's ball.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Number 8, De Bruyne.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped
Substitution
it.
in progress.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to
2
bicep.
added minutes has been indicated.
De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. Now that looks a decent ball. Shapes to shoot! It's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike!
Yeah, that's really well.
And that will be it. Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved.
Is strictly forbidden. Please
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good... So it is that time again. Every team looks to
Hello,
write
everybody,
its
and
own
welcome
special
to today's
script.
match.
Moments like this are to be savoured.
Against
Hopes are
Israel.
high. A good start. That is what they all want. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes and shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. No joy this time. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Bullet! Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Cannavaro clears it away, takes a shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's Batistuta. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Still goalless. That's a good run down the left. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's managed to get free. Goes for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Costa Curta. Inter Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Closing in on goal. And he's there to belt it away. Taken back almost at once. Nesta producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And this is Batistuta. Maldini. And they can counter here. Schneider. Del Piero has it out wide and in space. And the finish! Same again, same outcome.
Inter really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
A quick request for support.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And here's Van Basten. He's tried one! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Zanetti brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Maldini. And it's Ribery. Can he get on the end of this? Gullit is flagged offside. Plays a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Gullit considers his options.
Someone's eyeing this up with real belief here.
He went for the curler. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Well, that looks a decent... Hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This their second corner of the game. He gets big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rijkaard. Davids. Oh, important interception. Now it's Martinez. That has not gone well. And it's Kaka. And here's Van Basten. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Batistuta gets into some space. Del Piero is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Inter clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Substitution
So, time for
Milan.
changes on
Number
both sides, actually.
69, Hullet. Number 9, Batistuta. Number 10, Van Basten. Coming on the field, number
Strongly
8,
challenged there.
De Bruyne. Number 5, Turr. Number
Some
11,
excellent tackling here, and that one a
Substitution.
perfect example. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple. This is...
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Oh, no messing about, it is red. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So much. Inzaghi has another go. Oh, it's in! And surely that has won the day! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Number 21, Alessandro Del Piero. Substitution in progress.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Inter Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find it necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
That has been cut short. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
We are glad to inform you that today's
So there it
matchday
is.
programmes
What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results
I'm sure they'll
of
make
these
fine
games,
souvenirs.
as your usual indicators like form become
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The
everybody,
prospects are
and
so
welcome to
great, the
today's match.
potential, be it financial or
Against
reputational,
Milan.
is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, shooting chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Rafael Leao, and this is Van Basten! Van Basten! Van Basten! My word, this guy is special!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well timed, excellent interception. Chance here to counter.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well played. Deftly away. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, this looks sharp. Pull it. Shot it goal! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Plays a sharp little ball here. This looks promising. Oh, just chance! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And a chance! Oh, he's been caught napping. And again! It's hit the upright. And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their man...
He's had a shot! He's scored! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
There will be 3 minutes.
So is this the start of a comeback? And here's Rafael Leao. Davids. Pull it. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Van Basten. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the half-time whistle goes.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
the second half gets underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Kaka. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Van Basten. Engages and forces him off the ball. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he cuts out the supply. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Van Basten, and here's Hullet, and it's made its way to him. Oh, that's nice. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And no... Can he finish? It's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Pulisic. Nesta gets a foot in and wins the ball. Aims beyond the defence. He's tried one! And that is great goalkeeping.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And we have our very first corner.
Substitution for Milan, number 9, Batistuta. Coming on the field is number 11, Goodmanson.
Terrific header! He's got a goal! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way? And a shot! And that's a superb piece of defending. That should get the job done. Big chance!
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's been slipped through, and this is Hullet. Baresi. Milan needed that, they really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended though. It looked destined for a goal.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Bergomi gets over and intercepts. Kaka.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
4 extra minutes added on. There will be a throw-in. Rijkaard. McTominay. Oh, it's Van Basten. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment.
Please be made aware that smoking is only
Your
permitted
reflections
in
then, Jim.
designated areas within
One-sided
these grounds.
and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much
Hello,
depends on
everybody,
this.
and welcome to today's
Expectation
match.
and nerve.
Milan
It is
against
indeed a
Milan.
heady mix. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
How's that bias, Jim? He just has the lot. He has such class, doesn't he?
That's it, an oozer of class and an example to all aspiring footballers.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Looking for options for movement. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, it's a great ball here. And a chance! Goal! Milan! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Look at the space here. Takes a shot! Oh, super goal! About as smooth as it gets. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. PADY totally focused today, as always, as he has been throughout the 499 appearances he's made up until this one.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
PADY. Now it's Romario.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much.
Messi! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Chouameni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. No goals as yet. Costa Curta. Now he's off and running. That looks a good ball through. Cleared without complication. And he's there to retrieve it. Now, can they get him away? This is Romario, and he's managed to get free. Just not quite happening for him just now.
Lorient really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Lorient with the corner, there first. Thuram with the clearance. Big chance! Just off target. Xavi Alonso. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Romario. Now there's a fine ball. Xavi Alonso. Raul. Pinches it off him. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Thuram. That's really well manoeuvred. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket, it's just a stern lecture. Messi taking charge of the dead ball. And this is a great chance to take a lead. That was travelling. Nesta gathers from the goal kick. Scholes. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Can he finish? Goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
There will be 1 minute added time.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the
He's tried one! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And just a quick
Well,
reminder
obviously
today to
things
please
are not
drink
good, Peter.
responsibly.
It seems
Anyone
the
appearing
team were just a bit
intoxicated or
too
behaving
busy
in an inappropriate
playing within
manner will be
themselves,
removed.
too
Thank you very much
tentative.
for your
They have to
cooperation.
improve and make it fast.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not...
Oh, what has happened here? Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. Looking to play him in. And he plays one through. And Romario! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
That is a little undercooked. Pedri. Now it's Romario. Oh, beautifully. Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Busquets. It's a pretty loose pass. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Scholes. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And here's Messi. Pedri. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Gabriel can get it clear. That'll be a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Xabi Alonso. Number 18, Owen. Number 20, Scholes. Coming on the
Aimed in
field.
towards the centre.
Number 6, Conte.
And safely in the
Number
keeper's
4,
hands.
Diego Forlan. Number 5,
Thuram.
De Bruyne. Substitutions taking place.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that has been clubbed away.
Lorient really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Lorient must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Thuram, the man that is tenacity personified. Mbappe! And he shoots! And it's come back out to him. He's got away with one there.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
De Bruyne. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Forlan.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Raul. He's shifting through the gears here. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the
And a
end.
quick reminder today, everybody, to make
Any
sure
reflections
to
on
put
what you've seen,
litter
Jim?
in the bins
That's
provided.
a fairly
Thank you for your
demoralising loss.
cooperation.
They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And Messi! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo gets flagged offside. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Wonderful Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lorient disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. That's been slipped through. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's there to belt it away. Pass somewhat off target. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Oh, good-looking ball. Rummenigge.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bergomi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Good take and... Oh, shooting chance! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time! He's got himself an absolute peach. And it's Lorient who take the lead.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And he's let fly. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, that's nice. Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Portugal get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Messi. He's had a shot! And how good was that? About as smooth as it gets. And this is getting better and better. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot around the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Lorient go 2 up and into a position of real strength. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, that is beyond special. A worldie and a half. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. A goal at a really telling moment. That is outstanding, just outstanding. You're not going to hit many better than that.
Look, sometimes when they're hit that well, there's nothing going to stop it. You have to acknowledge the ferocity.
3 minutes added time.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter.
Cruyff! Oh, the ball's come loose, and he's following up! It's run loose, who's going to get there? In he goes again! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Now, the team's still separated by 1 goal, but it should be very different. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides. Lorient do lead, but it's quite a game. Half-time, 3-2. There's the start of the second half. Busquets. Lorient finding their passes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rummenigge. Oh, that is a good ball to... Real chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution in progress.
Lorient with the corner, there first. Bale tries to clear. Rummenigge. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Back into the middle. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. It's a searching pass. That is ended up in no man's land. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He has found the way through. And the shot! And yes, it's there! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Lorient take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Substitution for Lorient. Number 9.
Bale considers his options.
Number
And
10.
this the perfect opportunity
Messi.
to create a
Number
cushion between
18,
them.
Kaká. Coming on the field. Number 7. Mbappe.
Decent hit from there.
Number 17. Bale. Number 69. Bullet.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, that's a key interception. Mbappe! And the shot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Lorient. Number 5. Johan
The
Cruyff.
changes then in quick
Coming on to
succession.
replace him
Rooney
is
coming on here.
number
A
6.
change that was broadly
Rooney.
anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
So now the difference is 3.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Pull it. PADY. Now it's Mbappe. That has been cut short. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Serginho. Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Hit into the middle. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Looking for the run, and this is Bale. Knocks it into space. And he's gone looking for safety. That's that, the end. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out.
Would you please juice me up? I'm low on power.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Kaká, he might be in here! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Lorient presented with a golden opportunity here. To get them off and running. Oh, he's missed!
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second guess what the keeper was trying to do.
And here's Messi. He is through here. Chance for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Lorient with the corner. They're first. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to
Hello,
everybody around the
everybody,
world,
and welcome
and
to
we have for
today's
you
match.
a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And he shoots! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Serginho. That's been slipped through. He has found the way through. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Cleared without complication. Great vision. Oh, that's clever. Look at the space here. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Quarter of an hour played. Rummenigge. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Kaka. Oh, now here's a good battle by... Bullish header! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Lorient are sitting... Decent chance! And it's there! And with that, he takes home the match ball. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.